Hey, how's it, guys? How's it going out there? Here in South Africa, it is very hot. Here, I just thought I'd give you a throwback image from last year this time. And I want to start off by saying thank you to all you guys who give my videos a view. You guys make what I do worthwhile. Thank you guys so much. Before I get into what I am arguing against with flat earthers today, I just wanted to share with you this CCTV footage of a gust of wind that just came out of nowhere, destroyed some stuff, and then was just gone as if nothing happened. Also blew a glass bottle out of my hands and almost hurled me right down the stairs. Nothing came of it though. And here, while I was doing a little bit of research, my own video was recommended to me. I don't know if that's good or bad or what, but there you go. And now onto my video. So my argument with flat earthers this week is involving the sun, and this little 30-second footage is me filming sunset on winter solstice this year, 21st of June. And I'm just putting this here because I just want to show in reference to where the sun is setting now. I'm not sure exactly what the title of this video is going to be, but flat earthers usually argue that the earth is flat and stationary, but they don't provide any shred of evidence to show that this is how they conclude what they conclude. But in the scientific method, which the flat earthers abhor, right, with every fiber of their being, we would have to take one at a time. So we cannot put both of them in the same sentence and just say and. So, for example, we cannot just say the earth is flat and stationary. We've got to provide evidence for each and then put them together and then come up with a conclusion. Flat earthers don't do that. They just assert that the earth is flat and stationary. So before I get into what my argument is going to be about, I just wanted to point out a few things in this video. This tallest tree here is actually closest to me. It is just behind that wall, and the hump of sand is higher than the wall. And the tree to the extreme left of it is about 50 meters back. And as you can see there's a little corner before we get to the right side where the church is. And I just wanted to give a little bit of perspective. You can see a little bit better in this photo. And this little dark patch below this tallest tree is actually further than these trees on the extreme left. So I just wanted to give a little bit of context of my horizon. And actually, it looks like my horizon is very close to me, but it is varying in distance. I would like today to present flat earthers with a different perspective, right? And for the purposes of this video only, let's assume, for the sake of argument, that the earth is stationary. I'm going to ignore the flat part of their argument and concentrate only on the stationary part of their assertion. So for the purposes of this argument, let's assume that the earth is stationary. And I want to concentrate on the sun's activities. So our sun is about plus minus 150 million kilometers away from Earth, as we have established using the scientific method. The Sun is also about 109 times the size of Earth, and I cannot even think about the mass of the Sun. Our Sun is a nearly perfect spherical G-type star, and it is about halfway through its nuclear fusion phase. Our Sun gives off perfect light, heat, and energy to the Earth, ultimately absolutely necessary for our survival. And as part of my evidence for the Sun going down on the one horizon, coming back up over the other horizon, and going back down over and over, I have presented here, I'm not sure, I think 5 or 6 sunset videos. The first one being for winter solstice, 21st of June this year, and then from the 1st of November to yesterday, the 5th of November, just showing that the Sun indeed does go down below the horizon every single time and comes up on the opposite horizon and goes back down day after day throughout time. So just with that circular motion, I can conclude that the Earth isn't flat. So whether the Earth is stationary or not, the Earth still isn't flat. If the Earth was flat, the Sun wouldn't be able to just go around and around and around us. And for the purposes of this argument, we are assuming that the Earth is stationary and the Sun is going around the Earth. So for that motion to happen, the Earth has to be a spheroidal shape, and it shows most likely to be an oblate spheroid. And part of my evidence was to put that video for the winter solstice at the beginning of this explanation, is to show where the Sun's position was at that time and where it is now. How can that possibly be if the Earth was stationary? So in that regard, I am showing that the Earth, even though flat earthers may say that the Earth is stationary, it may not be moving through space, but it is revolving on its own axis with that wobble. If there wasn't that tilt, the position of the Sun would stay the same all the time. And this is my proposal. My proposal to flat earthers is that re-evaluate your argument, because just watching the Sun go down on one horizon and come up on the other and go down and come up and do that day in and day out shows that at least, firstly, the Earth is a sphere, and secondly, that it is rotating on its own axis. And my last point for this video will be that everything else in the entire universe, even molecular clouds, aren't stationary by any means. But our Earth is? No, this cannot be, because when I look at the night sky at south or near south, from my perspective, it's always moving left to right or east to west. And if I look north or near, everything is moving right to left, still east to west. So what's going on there, flat earthers? Okay guys, that's my lot for this topic. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Before I say goodbye for this video, I just have a few exciting announcements. This coming Friday, the ISS is going to be going over my head, and I'm going to be trying to film that. I don't know how much success I will have, but I will set it up and see what happens. And then this coming Monday, the 11th of November, is the very exciting transit of Mercury that I'm sure we are all looking forward to. It is visible all over the earth and for a lot of hours. So wherever you are on earth, you'll be able to watch it, I think, with a nice telescope, or I don't know, even your Nikon P900. If you set it up nicely, maybe you'll be able to catch it. I've already made a contingency plan for a solar filter. I am going to try and film it, and the fact that I can capture Venus, I think I will be able to do it. Well, we'll see. So good luck to all of us, and see you guys in the next one. Enjoy. Bye. Sorry, one more point. Sorry. Have to tell you this. This transit of Mercury is only going to be happening again in 2032. So some of us may not make it until then. So let's try and see it for ourselves in our lifetimes and be excited that we can see it. It's not an occurrence that happens often. So let's make the most of this opportunity.